Have you ever seen a ton of brown bears feasting on a beached whale? The story I'm about to tell you takes place in the Aleutian Islands of Alaska. I'm gonna take you from day one when we first spotted the whale all the way to day 21. I was super surprised to see how many brown bears actually showed up to feed on this kill, and also how much they were able to eat over the course of about 3 weeks. These Alaskan brown bears can smell 2,000 times better than humans and way better than a bloodhound. They can smell the stink of this beached whale for up to 20 miles away. This is day one right here. The whale is almost fully intact. This is what a humpback whale looks like when it's alive. Their average weight is between 25 to 40 tons. Just imagine how much food that is for the bears. When this Aleutian brown bear leans back and tugs, it's like a car trying to pull something out of the mud. There's over a ton of raw pulling force in one single yank. But it's going to take a lot of yank to get that whale blubber open. A little bit later in the day, I was able to send over the drone after work and check out this mom and 2 cubs right here. The white on this whale's skin right here actually indicates decay. It looks like the whale died about a week ago. I flew over to see what was going on in the nearby lagoon, and here's some more mom and cubs. They're everywhere. I flew back to the whale and I saw a mom and 3 cubs now. And then I saw it. The reason why this humpback whale was beached in the first place. See this crisscross pattern right here? That's probably from a fishing net. I'm thinking that the whale ran into the net while he was swimming, was unable to get the net off of his nose, and probably drowned or died there in the water. And now, even though it's unfortunate, at least there's a bunch of happy cubs and bears on this island. This was kind of cool right here. There's a mama bear and she's scaring away another mama bear and 2 cubs. You would think that they would kind of band together, but apparently not. It's every mama bear and cubs for themselves. This mama bear right here, she's getting scared up the mountain by a male bear that's following close behind. From 0 to 2 seconds, they can go literally 35 miles per hour. That's the speed of a racehorse with the pickup of a sports car. I'm always out of battery at the best parts, and I'm going back to refuel. Okay, we're back. This is literally 9 days after we first saw the whale on the beach. These Alaskan coastal brown bears are the biggest brown bears on Earth. Some of these bears can rival or even exceed the size of a polar bear. Adult males can weigh on average between 900 and 1,500 pounds. Here's a fun fact for you. If the average size of a humpback whale is 40,000 pounds, this whale is the equivalent of about 150,000 Big Macs. That's the biggest meal these bears will ever see. Oh yeah, baby, lick those little claws of yours. Get all that nice blubber from underneath your claws. So we've got the bones exposed, we've got the nose exposed, we've got the yellowing of the skin, we've got the backbone exposed. Again, this is about 9 days after it first showed up on the beach, so you can definitely see the difference between now and 9 days ago. Can you imagine just having that putrid whale skin just all over your face? Look at him get in there. Look at him pull it off to the side. See how the skin is like sloughing off? That's the epidermis after the whale has been dead for so long. Look at these claws right here on the bear. That is freaking nuts. That will tear your face off. Now look at him walk to the water right here. I feel like he's got all that putridy stink from the whale like all over his face and his claws. So he's literally going into the ocean to wash himself off. He's like, man, that stinks. And it's so good. Got some little baby cubs right here. They're going into the back. See, I would think that it was a mom and 2 cubs, except for the fact that they seem to be giving that other bear lots of room. Up, and then here he charges them. So I would think that that's not the mom, but hey, maybe she just wants her turn to eat. Back to the fishing boat, and we're done for now. This is the last day right here. We are finally at day 21. Check out the backbone right here. Okay, this versus the backbone as of like 13 days ago. You see how the difference is? Look at this stringy, bear-eaten version of the humpback whale's spine. That is freaking nuts. I think all of his death juices have come out of the bottom. Look at how his nose just kind of flops over his face right there, the skin anyways. They have literally eaten that nose all the way to the bone. Was that like the tastiest part or what? And then see this front part right here? Why is that still intact? Can they not get into that part? Is it not as good? It was so cool to see the progression of the decay of the whale and all of the bears that were able to show up and feed. There's definitely a pecking order as to how the bears feed, which of course makes perfect sense, but I guess you don't really think about it until they're out there in the wild. I could not believe how many different bears showed up to feed on that whale, and I couldn't believe that they could smell it from so far away. They're like the sharks of land. Did you guys think that the whale was going to be that much eaten after 3 weeks? Have you ever seen so many brown bears showing up to eat on such a dead kill? I've seen videos of tons of bears showing up in Alaska for the salmon run, but I've never seen that many bears in one place feeding on one dead kill. It was a different kind of video watching the bears feed on a whale. I thought it was some of the coolest wildlife footage I was able to capture in Alaska. So I hope you found it as interesting as I did. Thanks a lot for watching. There's gonna be some more fishing videos coming up. I went out crab fishing with Earl the Reef Robber in Newport, Oregon. I had so much fun. That video is coming up next week. And I'm also starting a series called Sea Story Saturdays, where I'm putting together some videos about me recounting some tales of stories at sea. I did not go to Alaska this summer. I was thinking about going to Alaska and working on a ton of videos that I already have from Oregon, Washington, and Alaska. So maybe it'll happen next summer, maybe it won't, but hopefully, because Alaska's pretty awesome. And I'm gonna be posting videos every Friday for Fishing Friday. So see you next week, if not before. Bye! Holy shnikes. Holy shnikes.